Yeah, I mean, if anybody says the word Phil Hartman, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. In fact, I quote this all the time in my real life. Whenever whenever I'm trying to get out of a jam, I'm like, hold on, I'm not from around here. Your world frightens and confuses me.
So, all
When
right.
I was
So,
in England, I said that 50 fucking times.
Oh, that's amazing.
so
I'm
Gibbs,
gonna.
do you agree that he has a Kevin Spacey vibe?
No.
No.
What do you mean?
Well,
I've never like made any sort of connection
I don't
between
know. Maybe it's just the
like
tone of his
the way they,
voice.
they they talk. Like they both have very
Maybe.
like pleasing voices. I will say that. Like that's
I,
anytime I
I know
hear his
Kevin
voice,
Spacey could probably talk me into just about anything.
fuck yeah.
He can
Especially
because
whenever I was
yeah,
15.
it's
Um,
their it's their it's their
Wait, this is
sing song
live?
voice.
Yeah, this is
This
live.
is
This is
live.
It's
what I keep
they have
thinking of. There's
in
a hooker in
in
the trunk.
in,
The hooker
in
and
Gibbs's
I.
Yeah.
in Gibbs's defense, and unfortunately Shadwick's, I just want to say that like they do have a sing-songy kind of voice. They have a way of sort of lulling people into listening to what they have to
Y-
say, which is why he was so good on The Simpsons. Like Phil
yes.
Hartman, like
Oh,
with
he
dude
didn't
Lionel
know.
Hutz, and of course Troy McClure,
Troy McClure.
Yeah.
You might
which
remember
was
him from
which
films
was one
as.
of you may remember him, yeah, from such films as Here Come the Metric System, and
Like
yeah,
that part in The Simpsons. I don't even remember what the trial was when he's like, "I rest my case," and
it's
the judge is like, "You rest your case," and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was just a figure of speech. Case closed."
and that was the Halloween episode. We covered it on one of our previous episodes.
Yeah.
If you want to go watch it,
Was that the
and
Halloween episode?
Yeah, yeah,
that
you're
was
on
one of the
Halloween.
Halloween episodes where Homer sells his soul to the devil, but
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
trying
Yeah.
to like
It was like a
he's getting Lionel
parody of
Hutz to defend
The Devil and Daniel Webster.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
yes, dude, it's so freaking funny,
Dude, it's
bro.
so
Like,
good. Dude, Leaf sent me an interesting clip.
No,
So,
it didn't.
So, guys, for those that were into WWF back in the day,
The wildlife shit.
Danny
oh
Trejo.
no,
yeah.
oh
So
no,
no, this one is so let me give a little background on this.
I don't know what the hell's happening. I'm like, am
I don't
I?
either.
all right,
Is this related to Phil Hartman?
This is not
This
at all.
is
This
not
Leaf just sent
right.
this to me. It's random. This is live.
this is
Oh,
live. Listen, you guys need to get with the
anything can
program.
happen.
Anything
Can happen, dude. Like, listen,
This is
so
called a
and
happening.
we switched gears to
Fucking terrible
wrestling,
movie.
right? And there was the Chris and I'll give you the background. There was this character named Hakeem,
Mm-hmm.
and what was his other like name?
Well, he was
Like,
the
it
one. He was the
Well,
one
hey,
man gang at one point.
Well,
The
also,
one-man gang.
also the Jewish character Hakeem.
Hakeem. Oh, I got to
Yes.
stop real quick, guys. We got to give a shout out. Peyton is getting a kidney transplant, guys.
Yes.
Let's
So
go,
everybody's
man.
like
All right.
freaking stoked
That's
about that,
awesome.
man.
Man,
So-
I was going to give him one, but I'm glad somebody
Hey.
came through.
Dude, that's awesome, Peyton. We're so happy for you. Leaf, you can speak on this more than anyone, right, man?
I can actually. I have had a kidney transplant from my sister, Peyton. Congratulations, your life is about to change for the better. We're gonna pray for you and keep you in our thoughts and prayers continuously. February 13th, I believe. Is that when he says his
He said, yeah, he said,
His-
and then I said his,
Tentatively.
I guess, and then he's the classic Peyton fashion. This is basically just in his blood. So he can't just be like, hey man, I'm getting a transplant. And everybody's like, dude, that's awesome. It's badass. In the back end, he's like, hey, make sure you buy my book. I'm going to have a premiere later on. And I'm like, respect, Peyton.
We're-
Businessman
Sell it.
on top of everything.
He's
I wish
having
I had your ambition.
he's having a Valentine's Day sale.
Listen, I wish
So-
I had that kind of ambition. Get it, you guys.
Yeah.
If you're watching the podcast live, dude,
I've already
you
got it, and
respect this man.
I can attest to it. Everybody should get it.
Dude, what's
I'm-
great is he's getting a cartoon made from the imaginary Ivan, and he's talking about they're going to do a debut in March or April. I'd say safe
No
to say, as
way.
long as
That's
we're off,
awesome.
man. As long as I'm off work, like I'll definitely be attending. Maybe some Be Kind, Let's Rewind can be there live, and
No
I
matter what,
have-
if you can't make it because of work, just quit your job.
I
I'm
have
thinking about
not
that.
Peyton. I have not gotten the book yet. I'm waiting for after the transplant because I want the book that has the cover of your old kidney as a picture.
Mhm.
There you
Yeah,
go.
he needs to do that.
But
That's
man,
something I wish I
Peyton,
had done.
congratulations, man. Much love from all of us at
Congratulations,
Decon. Let's
Peyton.
Rewind. Just
Thank
a
you, man.
great
Respect,
human
brother.
being, great family, man.
Yeah.
But let's get
wonderful.
back
Respect.
to the racist WWE.
How did they get footage of me from the future?
It looks like one of those thick eyebrowed people that blow stuff up in the name in the name
Leaf.
of
All right, that was on
Virgins
me.
and
Listen,
Afterlife.
I take full responsibility for that. Chris and I secretly love Hakeem because it's the most racist thing. Evidently, he was the one man. Okay, hold on. For the
You want to
wrestling
see
people
something
that
real
are-
racist?
wait.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not.
So for people that don't know, that are not wrestling fans, initiated wrestling fans, Hakeem was the one man gang, and he was rebranded as Hakeem, and this was his debut, like this African ass.
I don't
character.
think people should be branded at all, much less
Bro.
rebranded.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
Bro,
yeah,
he
that
was-
one was weird. Like
He
that
was
one-
so white, so unbelievably impossibly white, but he was supposed to be an African character, and he went along with it. I believe later on, to his own chagrin, that he
yeah. This
sort of
actually
rejected-
apparently was a shot at Dusty Rhodes because he was the African Dream, and Dusty Rhodes was the American Dream, and he was doing all kind of the job. Whatever. Anyway,
Which
Do you
one of
guys
those-
remember? Do you guys remember that movie, Soul Man? It had a. It
I
was the-
remember of it.
yeah, it was a movie by Steve Miner, I think it was.
mhm.
And it's about this kid that pretends to be black to be able to get into Harvard.
Wow.
So-
And he's like in blackface the entire movie. And this came out like in the late 80s, early 90s. I can't remember, but it's
This
just
came
like,
out last year.
yeah, I mean, but the recency of that, it's just like, how did this movie come out at this time period? It's crazy, dude.
This never mind.
So let's get over into a
It
little
had Pony Boy. The star, the guy that was in blackface was Pony Boy from The Outsiders.
We got sidetracked because of Leaf and me.
Tom Cruise,
Being idiots.
Yeah,
But
Daniel LaRusso.
on the Phil Hartman.
This is not my fault.
the Phil Hartman tip, man. Gibbs. When you did the you were talking about the caveman lawyer and all of that stuff. The other Phil Hartman skits that everybody goes to, Shadwick really clung to the Bill Clinton, especially the one that he did on Jay Leno. I assume it was the week he was hosting SNL
Yeah.
and he was on there. Jesus Christ, that shit was so good,
Man, it
man.
was so funny. Like when Jay Leno asked him about the like, is it worse about the lies? He goes, I lied 50,000 times in my inauguration. You guys enjoying your middle class tax cuts?
Man, everyone felt that so hard, dude. Bill Clinton was so. For those of you who don't remember, Bill Clinton was so popular, guys.
Dude,
Like,
I don't know. So okay, so some people have it. Some people just have this thing. I watched this entire documentary that was on Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky.
Guys, carry on.
Yeah.
I'll be right
All right.
back. Have
So
fun.
I watched this entire documentary, and I'm like, man, I know that I should be like, oh, God damn, Bill's a dick, and like, I can't believe he did that to her. But by the end of it, I'm like, man, fuck Linda Tripp. She's the one that ratted him out. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
Okay, guys,
dude.
is there anybody that's sympathetic towards like Hillary Clinton at this point?
no,
like,
and I
no
don't
one,
know.
dude.
Like Bill just
It
had
was-
it. Like Bill's just
dude.
a charismatic dude. So I don't know. Like
No
so.
one was sympathetic to her even before. Nobody liked her even back then. That's what a lot of people don't remember. And that's what was funny about Phil Hartman's impression is that he
Oh.
constantly took shots at Hillary
Yeah.
because
dude.
she was already this oppressive bitch that nobody liked. I'm sorry.
No,
That's how she was viewed. I'm being honest. I'm being 100% honest, you guys. If for those of you who are our age and remember Hillary Clinton, she wasn't liked even back then, dude.
So
Like,
No,
with the SNL
but
thing.
there was a episode of that where he did it. You know, remember whenever Bill Clinton first became president,
Mhm.
he was always going jogging, and
Yeah.
it was like
Oh, we have that in the episode. The
oh,
the
do you
one
really? Where he goes to the
McDonald's one.
McDonald's thing and he's trying to explain like
it's one of the best.
economics or some shit like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and he's like
And he's
using
eating.
he's eating everybody's food.
Intercepted by warlords. Like
Yeah.
every time
I
he just keeps eating.
I was actually talking about this episode to one of my other friends that is involved in the podcast, and I was like, "Do you remember when Bill Clinton was, the jogging president? Do y'all remember any other presidents like jogging around? I feel like I honestly, legitimately feel like Obama tried to sort of recapture some of that. I don't remember any other presidents, obviously, like before." Like I was born under the Carter administration, and I don't remember Reagan jogging as a
That dude
child.
couldn't even think.
He couldn't even. Like he was in the
Phil Hartman
throes of dementia.
No, but I mean, I don't remember it because I wasn't alive back then. But I think like John Quincy Adams used to swim naked in the Potomac, or somebody did, like back
Nice.
in the day. Like I mean, there were people that did shit.
Dude, Gibbs,
Andrew
you'll be happy
Jackson
to,
used to kill people in the front yard. So like,
you'll
That
be
was his
happy to know,
exercise.
Gibbs, that amongst the 50-year SNL influx of movies and documentaries, there's an entire episode on Prime, or I think it's on Peacock.
the cowbell, I saw it.
It's based on the cowbell, but I was watching it. I was like, I bet Gibbs right now, this is just nails on a fucking chalkboard. to
No,
him.
I watched. I actually enjoyed it. Like I liked seeing like the behind the scenes stuff. I also appreciate Jimmy Fallon admitting that he, laughs in every fucking
Yeah,
thing.
dude,
And I
he's
liked
stupid.
Will Ferrell coming to his defense too for that.
dude,
Thought that was kind of sweet.
Gibbs is back in the day, so we would always Gibbs was the first one to get sick of shit before everybody else would, which would always show me kind of what had longevity and what didn't. So like when Gibbs, the cowbell skit was out, and it was out for a while, and then of course it caught
Yeah,
fire on
That
the
thing, that thing. So like everybody, whenever I was going to high school, and this came out when I was in high school, everybody knew that I was obsessed with Blue Oyster Cult. Everybody knew that. So whenever I got to school that Monday, everybody was like, "Did you see that skit?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, that was freaking funny." And I was like, "But," and then I was the dork that was like, Eric Bloom is the guy that's like looks like Gene Finkel or whatever his name is.
They
and
went
stuff
over that
like
in the doc, like who was who, and
but like
Right.
I was like, yeah, that was really freaking funny. But man, like it was. If I would say, there would be like somebody would say, "Hey, what's your favorite band?" I'd say Blue Oyster Cult. They're like, "More cowbell." I'm like, I really want to fucking kill you right now.
which is a classic Gibbs thing. So I just anytime I watch that now, like, and then somebody would be like, "Yeah, man, more cowbell." Gibbs would just be like, "God fucking damn it!" Like,
So Gibbs, we're kicking around the idea of a future episode. This speaking of that, what's a song from the '90s that you really liked when it came out, but you quickly got sick of it because of it being overplayed?
It Smells Like Teen Spirit.
yeah, I was actually on my list too.
Okay.
I mean,
On my
don't
list.
get me wrong. Like whenever it first came out, I was like, "What? What?"
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but like it quickly got really freaking old. There's
I hated that song. Like I'm gonna be 100%. Like couldn't
Hey,
stand
good
it.
old Matt Stevens is on here.
I don't
Nice
want to
to-
miss
Yeah,
a thing
baby.
is another one I think I really got sick of pretty quickly.
Let's give
From
Matt
the,
let's give Matt a shout out with some
how
of his
about-
voice right now.
Drinking a bunch of shit.
Street, you fucking bum!
Bum, dude.
Get out of the
Nate.
street, you bum.
Yeah, dude. Man, what's up, Matt, brother?
Matt.
Matt. Me and Shad have got to stop doing that.
No,
Yeah,
like
we're
smells
kinda-
like Teen
we're
Spirit.
morphing into the same person.
We're cycled together.
But it also doesn't help that I really don't care for Nirvana overall. But like yeah, that was a song that
Are you
kinda-
about to start your period too?
Yeah.
Listen,
Basically,
no, I'm
yeah.
with Gibbs.
I feel bloated.
I'm with Gibbs. Like I hated that. Like it's one of the reasons that sort of pushed me towards like punk rock and other alternative styles of like music was
I-
the
I-
like
obsession.
Ace
I
of
honestly
Base,
think that was a
Desiree.
very
Yeah,
big introduction
yes.
for me to
No, like yeah,
listen
even to
punk
pop,
rock, but
Even
yeah,
flow.
even to pop music. Yeah, like I
you got
I
sick of the
dabbled.
even flow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of got there too. So like with Nirvana,
Oh man,
I love the song Lithium
Mhm.
more than I like I think Lithium's a
honestly,
fucking
like
fantastic
the
song.
the
Like
only songs I can really listen to nowadays from Nirvana's on In Utero. Like that's
Ironically,
I thought
Mhm.
that was a
on
much
my list of that was
better.
Basket Case from Green Day, which I loved when I first heard that. That kind of unlocked me punk rock, but then I was like, I don't
Killing Them
like it anymore.
Softly
can't-
by the Fugees.
really.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
no,
Like that
no.
one was played a lot though.
Oh no.
Old Matt Stevens just got back from Houston, apparently.
Houston.
Glad you're home safe.
The Planet Houston?
Did you spell it
Yes.
like that because you don't know how to spell it?
Matt's
Matt,
like,
Matt
I have no
over-
idea what's going on.
Yeah, Matt almost most
Man-
overplayed song in the '90s. Go, dude! Like,
What
let us
is the
know
most
what everyone
overplayed?
thinks.
Is there are there statistics as to what like the
This-
most
it's
overplayed?
got to
Ooh,
be
there
Soul
would-
Like
there would
Teen
be.
Spirit. It
Ta-
has to be, dude.
Titanic song?
Yeah, and the thing is, I never got sick of that because I
I
didn't
still
listen to
like
the
that
channel
song.
that was on.
Yeah.
Like I didn't.
Yeah,
I wasn't watching
soft
VH1
rock.
and I wasn't listening
What
to the
about,
fucking adult contemporary.
Ooh,
contemporary shit.
Smash Mouth?
Well,
Surely,
you
God,
can
that
stop
shit
there.
yeah,
Wait.
I'm sure that
All
shit
right,
was
you win.
overplayed.
Well, the thing
yeah.
is, every time I heard
I'm ruined.
Smash Mouth, I turned it off because that
Yeah.
guy couldn't. Oh shit! I can't talk about him anymore because he's dead. He
Well,
sucked
you
as a
can.
singer.
He's fucking
He's-
dead.
He
He's
was the
dead
worst.
now.
He was the worst.
Yeah,
Oh wait, I
Yeah.
forgot. I'm not supposed to talk about him. Like I just said,
you can
Yeah,
do whatever
he's-
you want to. This is the Be Killing Us Rewind live stream. Dude. You know what
he
the
looked
fuck
like
you want,
he
bro.
sounded like he was always gargling cum whenever he was singing.
really just testing the YouTube TOS. Let's just go. Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know what the terms of service are. You guys really have to brief
No,
me
it's
on
fine.
that.
No, it doesn't
It's
matter.
fine. No,
None
that's
of this
Yeah,
actually
none of this
okay.
matters.
Yeah,
You're
if they
good.
cancel,
None-
if they
yeah.
cancel the live stream,
No,
who
I'm
cares?
I'm pretty sure YouTube's fine with gargling cum.
Yeah, you just can't say anything.
That's a
Never
spicy
mind. I'm not even gonna try it. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna try.
yeah. Don't attack. Listen, don't attack anybody, and you'll be.
I bet that
with it.
tastes good.
Thank you, Pizza Gorilla. We really appreciate your input on this this topic.
It might be pizza. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know what he says. It's bleeped out. That's the way it
His
came.
name is Pizza Gorilla, dude.
I never
Yeah.
even would have thought that he was saying pizza. Even whenever
Well,
I
he's
went to
not.
Chuck E. Cheese, I was
Yeah.
not Chuck E. Cheese, but Showbiz Pizza.
Showbiz,
whatever
you're
it was.
like, I bet it does. I bet it does. Gibbs, did you ever watch News Radio?
Yeah, I love that show. That was actually
Okay,
the only
s-
thing that Joe Rogan's ever done that I liked.
Hot takes
right.
coming in. I like it. So what? We actually never watched it.
Yeah, none of
Wasn't
us-
Andy
none of us
Dick on
did.
that?
Yeah.
That show was wacky.
That's wacky.
That's
So like, how?
wacky.
Where did the Andy Dick Phil Hartman beef come from? Or
It was from
I know.
It was from
because
Andy
Dick
did-
introduced Phil Hartman's wife to
that's
like
right. Okay, yeah,
cocaine.
we covered that. Yeah.
Well,
He
no,
actually- hold on.
Can
she
you say
was
cocaine?
He reinduced. Yeah,
He
you can.
reinduced.
He
Yeah, reinduced.
Oh, so he
her
got,
'cause
like,
she was clean.
And then after that, it
And
wasn't
And then
good
he
enough.
reintroduced her to a gun.
Yeah. And so
yeah.
he ended up being said some shit to John Lovitz about Phil Hartman. John Lovitz just beat
Yeah.
the fuck. If you get your
Yeah.
ass whipped by John Lovitz, I mean,
Oh
Can
no,
you
no,
imagine
no.
getting beat down by John Lovitz? He's on
he's
top
like
of you.
acting.
You can't grab a pussy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
that's
like,
like,
hey,
ticket.
Don't believe me? Line up.
He's looking at you. He's like, and I'm reaping all the benefits.
See, how it works is the train moves, not the station.
Yeah, go home and give my wife a little pickle tickle.
Yeah,
Dude, I respect John Lovitz more than ever, dude, for that
Yeah.
right there, because that was a big point of contention.
Chadwick saw John Lovitz in
dude,
Vegas.
that's badass, man.
Man, it was so good.
How many people you say?
5.
No, there was
100?
There
200?
might have no. There might have been 65. Like it was a small venue.
Ridiculous.
It was great.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
I'm jealous.
Andy
Oh,
Dick
Matt
had it
said
coming,
Andy
true.
Dick had it coming. He's right.
True, dude.
Well,
Absolutely.
and that's
100% true.
and
Okay.
that's why he now has a lazy eye.
If you could fight either Andy Dick or French Stewart, which would you go with?
that's
Ooh.
a tough one.
And Andy Dick now or Andy Dick 1974?
Yeah, yeah.
Andy Dick now.
Yeah.
Andy Dick.
Yeah.
We
Insane.
didn't cover it. We didn't cover it in the episode, but Phil Hartman's Jesus impression was so fucking
He's
funny.
on the. He's on
That
It
dude,
wasn't an
that
impression. That was real.
that best of, again, we talk about this in the episode that drops tomorrow. That best of SNL, this right here, this that I bought is fucking ass. This is the worst fucking compilation
Ass and
I've
titties.
ever
Ass and
fucking
titties.
seen in my life. From
One
SNL.
day,
Big
one day
booty
when
bitches.
when our podcast absolutely pops off, I just want to know you're gonna burn in hell for that fucking best of Phil
You're just
Hartman.
roasting
I
that
said it.
person, like,
Yeah, dude. Fuck you, dude. Hey,
dude,
fuck
there.
you.
I was listening to that SNL book, Live from Saturday Night, that I finally finished. That I think it was like 20 something hours of
Yeah.
whatever. But like that, they talked about there were some best ofs that just got like canned. They were like, nope, like this isn't good or whatever. Yet, like one of the best dudes you had, when you push that shit out, like it was
You-
just
Mhm.
not good.
His nickname on
Not any
SNL
The
was
problem
good.
is you're
Glue.
not getting good. Damn it, Chris.
His nickname on SNL was the Glue. Like he was one of the like people that held a lot of other skits together because a lot of skits need the straight man. And Phil
Mhm.
Hartman a lot of time was that guy, but he also was this like underrated comedic genius in our opinion. And we actually cover on this episode coming out. We actually cover a lot of the funny skits he did without referencing, you know, of course, his fucking death, his tragic death, which is all anyone wants to talk about, man.
Right.
It's an insult.
But
And-
you
and
got to
he
admit
does-
that's a really fascinating story.
It is.
mean-
It's insanely fascinating. But the thing is
It
like,
is,
you
but
can
like when you're a
literally
comedy
Google it.
nerd like we are, like it's kind of like
But also like you. So Chris, you've caught up with those episodes on the Saturday Night Live on Peacock thing, right?
like
Mostly.
the making of.
Yeah, like the behind the scenes 50th
mostly.
anniversary.
I've only gotten to I just finished the Cowboy one last
Well, I
night.
think that's the last one that they put
Okay.
out. But
Yeah.
like
Right.
they did the weird season that was like the 11th season of Saturday Night Live that had like Anthony Michael Hall and Robert Downey Jr., Randy Quaid, all them.
Was that
them
the last Dick Ebersol one before Lauren
Yeah,
took back
before
over?
no,
Yeah.
no, Lauren Michael. That was Lauren Michael's first.
So that was when
season
Lauren,
back.
that was when
Go ahead and do
Lauren
your impression,
reset.
Chadwick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What?
But-
Chadwick.
but John
What?
Lovitz was like the first guy, like the only guy that really kind of held over.
Yeah.
And he was the one that said, I have like, they were like, so who do you want on? And he was like, I really have a good chemistry with Phil Hartman. And John Lovitz was
Yeah.
a big reason why Phil Hartman even came onto the show.
So like so Jan Hooks was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Like she was a big one on SNL. Do you know who that is, Gibbs?
Mhm.
So like when we were doing the Phil Hartman episode, I'd forgot her name, so I didn't get to mention her by name. And then I went back and I was like, Jesus Christ, like she was fucking everywhere and phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I think that her and Phil came in together because what I understood is the Dick Ebersol era ended. Lauren brought in the Anthony Michael Hall, Robert Downey Jr.
Mhm.
because he just cleaned everyone out because he's like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
taking back over.
Start from
And then
scratch.
after that, I think that's when Phil and them, to your point,
Well,
dude, John
Art-
Lovitz.
RDJ was on SNL.
Yeah, dude.
That was also like the
Mhm.
first season that Mark McKinney was on it as a writer from Kids in the Hall.
Yeah.
It was the season that Al Franken and God,
They came back, right?
they
Mhm.
came back as producers and all
Right.
that stuff. Like it
Because
was
they
just-
were they go
According to-
there's a Netflix movie that's out right now that's not great. But
Saturday
it's
Night.
yeah, it's
Yeah, it's okay, but it's a mess. It's a mess.
I
And it's
will
also
say
an
this.
exaggeration, a huge
It's
exaggeration.
yeah. Well, I just finished that book and then went to watch that movie. So I hate to be the guy that's like, well, actually, but like the actual story, I believe, is better than what they fucking came up with, like what actually happened and everything. But the actors in that did a fucking awesome job. Like
the guy that did Chevy
Mhm.
Chase was
he was great. Billy
amazing.
Crystal was great.
yeah.
The
The
Gilda
Dan
Radner
Aykroyd was incredible. And
great,
whenever I
yeah.
saw who that was, I
Hey.
was like, oh my god, I didn't even
Have you
recognize
got-
him.
Have you guys seen Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan did a Super Bowl commercial
Yeah.
No,
I haven't
for-
seen the actual clip, but I saw pictures of
That's
it.
No,
awesome.
I haven't seen it.
I have to
Yeah.
watch that. But like, so
According-
this movie, go watch it. It's the movie's kind of a mess, but shout out to the actors. Like,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
actors.
the guy that played Andy Kaufman was also the same guy that played Jim Henson in that.
Oh, I didn't know that. So he
Yeah,
did
same
double
fucking guy.
roles.
He played two
Nice.
different roles.
So this on Netflix, it's a movie. I thought it was
It's a movie.
Yeah,
No, it's not a
it's-
doc.
okay. I thought
I mean,
it
it
was a
came out in
doc.
theaters, but nobody fucking watched it.
Yeah, the problem. I
didn't
think the
watch it,
problem
but-
too is like is two things for me that stood out was Lorne Michaels. There's no Lorne voice in this whole thing. Like he
Sometimes he would
I like-
he would pop into it.
I
but-
like Shavit's impression of Lauren Michaels.
But-
the one that sounds like Wild Bill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's close. It's the closest.
Oh wait.
As soon as he,
oh wait, Adam, it's not
as soon
funny
as he
anymore.
got, as soon as he got older, like he just
But-
literally turned into Buffalo.
But the other one-
Chris, you and Adam, you're just too funny. We're getting too many viewers. We're just gonna have to go ahead and let you go.
So the other thing is the Dick Ebersol portrayal is not the Dick Ebersol I read about in several books and shit. That motherfucker was walking up and down the halls with a baseball bat. Like that's what he.
Yeah. Well,
you- like,
the thing
He
is,
was
like,
real intimidation. Like
you
that's
had
what
to
he was.
you had to like kind of dramatize a lot of things and change a lot of things to make it. A
No.
movie.
I get it. I feel
And
like
also they crammed like 50 days into 1 2-hour slot in this movie.
Yeah.
So like they're trying to create all this drama that came from around it, and they're trying to say this all happened in 2 hours, and it's nothing like what.
well,
really
and
happened.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good story if you don't know it. Like I knew it, unfortunately. So it's like it's not to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's actually
Chevrolet
not what happened.
Dodge Chase went up to like
Chevrolet
Jason
Dodge
Reitman,
Ford
like
Chase.
it was Ivan Reitman's son that directed
There
it.
he
Chevy
goes. That is
Chase.
look at Shadow. He's got his fucking Chevy
He's
Chase
got his
shirt on.
Fletch shirt on,
Yeah,
dude.
he's got
That
his
is
Dodge
Fletch
shirt on.
Chevy Chase.
He's got his
era.
Felch shirt on.
Also
Felcher?
check out John Hamm as Fletch. Anyway,
Yeah, very very good movie.
very
by the
funny
way.
movie. Anyway, but I forgot where I was going with this, but he went
doesn't
up
matter.
to him after like the premiere of this Saturday night thing, and he was like, "Yeah, you messed up," you know,
Who
like
said that?
like Chevrolet
Oh,
Dodge
Chevy Chase.
yeah.
Dodge
Yeah,
Ford
dude.
Chevrolet Chase
My barn.
To who?
I just
to Jason Reitman, the director.
Oh, okay. I was like, to the guy that portrayed him because I thought the guy that
No,
portrayed
no,
him
no,
was fucking amazing.
no. The guy that portrayed him was fucking amazing.
And to your point, the Aykroyd guy had the voice too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
and
really like. I was
he
like,
really
wow.
killed it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like,
just I just want to say to Chris's point, Jan Hooks, despite a 6-minute audition she called brutal, she was offered a contract along with fellow recruits Dana Carvey, Victoria Jackson, Kevin Nealon, and Phil Hartman on the
Well,
show.
So that was 86.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
it-
special?
Victoria
Nice.
Jackson is apparently very much hated by the people that
So I
she
didn't.
worked with.
Is she really?
Gibbs, I didn't even
Why?
realize that Jan Hooks was on SNL.
The
I
super
recognized
Christian
her. I recognized her as one of the people that was trying to get Danny DeVito's Penguin elected as mayor in Batman Returns.
shit. Oh,
Just
yeah.
before or after the penguin
Oh yeah,
bites off that dude's
oh
nose?
yeah, before he bites off the guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
I always think of her from Pee Wee because of the there's no fucking basement in
Adobe.
Alamo.
Yeah, I
Can,
just
can you,
reported
can you
that.
say it with
I-
me? Adobe.
I definitely shouted you out in that episode. I was like, this is one of the things that Gibbs like would bring up all the time. But I like someone would say something about the Alamo, and then you would say something about the basement in the Alamo, or when somebody was saying
Oh yeah,
something-
somebody would say like something about the Alamo, and I'd say, well, you know that there's no basement in the Alamo, right?
that, or if somebody said something really fucking stupid, Gibbs would be like, "Do you know there's a basement in the Alamo?" Like only for us to know. So well done, Gibbs, on your sense of humor. We
I-
should have all been
I
writers
love
on
fucking with
SNL,
people.
and then we
We
would
should have
have
been. We
shot
could have been.
ourselves.
Cheers.
Some of you guys might not
Cocaine
know
hookers,
this.
my friend.
Yeah.
Hey
some of you guys
Gibbs,
might not know
by
that
the
I-
way, guess what I got? This may get us shut off of this, but
You like that shit? If you drink
Got
it,
it.
you will come. That's the actual. That's what's on the label. I don't know
It's-
why. they put
Yeah, I already made that joke today. You
Well-
fucking unoriginal person.
A piece of
that.
repeat.
Would you go suck a cock, you piece of fucking repeating shit?
I'm coming out of the booth.
You can tell the drunker we get because there's more
Yeah, there's
on the
more
microphone.
plosives on the microphone. Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
I have a pop filter, Dad. Gummit.
Well, I can leave at any time.
You stay.
So how
you
is
stay
it?
where you fucking are.
It's good. It's good. The only problem I have with it is it's 99 proof, so
It's
gotta be careful.
99,000.
Let me like.
He's not being
I'm gonna do my imitation of somebody that's trying to relate to a sports guy, but
Mhm.
doesn't know shit about sports. Was it a slam dunk?
Yeah.
Was it?
Was
What
that
was
first-
it?
First time
First time slammer.
First time slammer. That's what I was gonna say. Damn it! That's literally Gibbs.
Are
young
you guys ready
Gibbs,
for some
man.
grindcore excitement?
Dude, yeah. Some fucking
The music on that was one of my favorite parts when he would cut.
Gibbs. So
What
Gibbs,
the fuck was that?
Gibbs, so what do you Gibbs, what do you have memory wise of Pee Wee's Big Adventure? Anything?
Oh, dude, everything. I love it. The guys. Okay, you guys are gonna start thinking I'm a broken record, but the guys that did the animation for the Killer Clowns from Outer Space did the animations for Large Marge. Was that a setup?
No, that was not. You know what's really funny about that? Despite the fucking dumb shit Chris just played,
I don't know.
that was one of the facts we didn't talk about
Yeah,
on
it
the
was.
on the podcast. We didn't know.
Oh,
And
so like those guys actually
so-
won an Academy Award, I think, or was nominated recently for a movie called Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. So like those guys went on to actually be like legit freaking dudes.
they
like,
did the
it-
large
and
Marge scene.
It's
So
yeah, they did like the like the stop motion animation.
Yeah,
for, like whenever
including.
Do you want to watch it?
What-
Do you want to watch the Large Marge scene?
I would love to see it.
And when they finally pulled the driver's body from the twisted,
This shit fucked me up as a kid, man. Like 100%, like bad.
it looked
Like
like
bad fucked me up.
this.
Yeah,
shit,
terrifying. But
Yeah.
those guys have gone on to do
But
like
it-
some amazing stop motion shit.
It doesn't matter though, because he was already dead at that point.
Yeah, here's Shadwick's theory. Ready, Shadwick?
Yeah,
Feed it.
tell Shadwick. Yeah, tell the
And
theory
shit, and tell
live.
why.
Okay, so when I watched this as a kid, like 6 or 7 years old, I was with like my older cousins. I don't really remember the movie, but apparently, I pretty much quit watching it after Pee Wee drove the convertible off the cliff because even at that young age, I thought he died, and everything after that was in purgatory.
So what's wrong with Purgatory? It sounds like a fun place.
No, that's
There's
just
no-
that's
there's
just
not.
Nothing's
a
wrong
fan
with it.
theory.
It was just
Pee
was
Wee's dead, and the rest of the movie takes place in his.
And tell him about the lighting, because that's the interesting thing that I want to go back and look. Is
So-
that the lighting's different on
every interior scene after that. I'm pretty sure is in like red light.
What about this scene? And it's been a minute since I've watched this, but what about the scene whenever they're watching movies inside of a dinosaur? Have you guys ever watched a movie inside of a dinosaur?
No, but I wanna.
Yeah,
Where is that? California. Where is
So,
that?
like-
Gibbs?
and yeah, we're trying to figure out where's that place with the dinosaurs. The dinosaur, the
I don't know
dinosaurs.
that. So I tried to look this up a
Dinosaurs.
while back, and I never found a place that had like a movie theater with the dinosaurs and stuff like that. But there are several different places. God damn it, Matt! There are several different places that
Matt for the win.
It's on the screen. dude. Paul Rivers
that have
posthumously
like
came out of the
these
closet.
dinosaur type things. Like so, because I was like, you know what? I'd love to take a road trip just to find these dinosaurs. But there are several. You know, people have the biggest ball of yarn and crap like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really not sure where
In
they're
a big thing of foil.
I mean, I'm okay with that theory. I just don't like. I don't know. Like when next time I watch it, I'll think.
We gotta look at the lighting. I want to go back after he dropped that when we recorded. And I was like, oh fuck, like that's.
Yeah.
So
My
yeah,
brother had
as-
his bike
Oh.
stolen one time, and I wanted to kill the fucker.
I
that stole
I
it.
had mine stolen, man, outside my fucking house one time. You remember that, Leaf?
on purpose.
I do remember that, dude.
Dude, I
Wasn't
left
it
it in my
still-
yard and somebody fucking stole it. And I think I finally got it back somehow. And they had, you know, how you had the foam on the handles. Someone had cut
Yes.
off the foam on the
They
left
cut
handle.
the
You-
foam, dude. You know, let me tell you the best
You
story
were a
is when
foam
you got
handle guy. What a loser.
Your, when you,
were
it's
you
when you got
guys
your
Were you guys
Huh?
still at the truck company when our buddy David had his car stolen out of his driveway while it
Oh
was
yes, because he was warming up his car.
yeah, he's warming up his what was it, like a big Tahoe or Suburban or
In the
something like
winter
that.
They're
time,
all
and
they're all
someone
the effing same.
Yeah.
and someone jumped in and just drove away with it.
Well, I mean, he lives
You
in
kind of
East
have
Ridge.
to, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You see a running car, you have to steal it. That's like
Yeah,
that's in the
that's
in the Bible. I think.
that's the Florida way.
Yeah.
Huh.
Everyone in
It's
Florida.
a Chicago
is
way.
stupid.
They
Yeah,
put one of ours in the hospital. We put one of theirs in the morgue.
she's playing both sides.
Suck it, Trebek.
So let's let's also, I'm gonna keep trying to veer us back to Phil Hartman, but we just do whatever we want because it's live. No one cares. It's live.
Also,
It's
wait a
live.
minute though. Hold
We're
on. I
live.
want to.
XBM,
Like,
it's going
yeah.
live.
I want
XPM.
to.
Yeah, shooter.
We've talked a shit ton about Phil Hartman in our upcoming episode. You guys need to watch it. It's probably one of the only tributes to Phil Hartman you're ever going to watch because the most of it, again, as we've stated before, that's what's most people focus on his tragic death, which again is a fascinating story like Gibbs mentioned. However, you can find that in 10 different places. We talk about his life, but I mean, Gibbs was here for our Fight Club episode, and I mean, we covered a lot. But as I stated before, there was so much in that episode that
Yeah,
there's just too much, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a rich movie.
We missed.
So
I don't know if
we
Gibbs
watched, I think
watched
before
it.
you got on here, like we
Yeah.
watched the trailer to it and kind of talked about it. How
No, I
the
was
trailer,
watching.
the trailer just kind of like, if you've seen the movie, the trailer makes sense. If you haven't seen the movie, the trailer is just, to your point, it's the John Claude Van Damme. Like, it's just dudes with their shirts off fighting, and then there's maybe a
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
how,
so
how
bad.
how's that not pique your interest?
Well, honestly, like if I see something with Brad Pitt with his shirt off nowadays, I'm totally in for it. But
well, no,
back
no.
then,
I mean,
I was,
they
I was
definitely,
a closeted Brad Pitt fan back then.
yeah.
I
I also
mean,
want to
it's-
shout out my boy Matt Wallace, who currently has a partially torn pec, and then went to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu today, one armed.
Holy shit!
Yeah, well,
Thoughts and prayers
like,
on that.
like I
Bobby, you
was
fucking idiots.
like I was telling you earlier this week, Chris. In my experience, it's better to just push through the pain.
Yeah, when I was
But,
telling Shadwick about my hurt
what's-
shoulder,
What's the
he-
worst that could happen?
Guys,
Yeah, Shadwick's. I'm like, yeah, my shoulder, dude. By the way,
if I
cortisone
stub
shot.
my toe, I'm in the hospital for 4 days.
Ooh,
Cortisone shots
Don't get-
fucking suck.
Leave
In the
oh, don't-
Bro,
did
if
you-
I
did you
fart
do that?
wrong, dude, I'm
Yeah.
literally out for
You know-
weeks.
so you
Not
know-
too long ago,
you know
I
the
tried
thing-
to I tried to fart while I was getting into the shower, and I ended up shitting all over the floor. Getting old sucks.
Hey, the bad thing about those cortisone shots, it actually weakens the tendons.
right.
So do
But-
women.
Does it
Women
weaken the
yeah,
tendons like women weaken legs?
Yeah. Women weaken
exactly.
legs.
Mm.
Yep.
No, when that dude hit it though. When he went in there and he was like, little bee sting, and I was like, yeah, it's fine. And then he started injecting it. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
Ooh.
yep,
Sting
you
is
got
what
it.
people call
and then
my-
you
my
couldn't
dick.
use your arm for the rest of the day.
Yep, and then it hurt all night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that wouldn't happen if you had cracked a baby open and sucked the stem cells out of the neck
The
like
the-
fucking.
dude, the reality is I've learned to jerk off left-handed. That's and that's now we're fine.
So
now
you
I can
guys-
return.
this-
Now I can return to work.
That's
So,
all I'm saying.
so you tickle your balls with your right hand? That's weird, dude.
Yeah.
Which of Phil Hartman's movies did you guys cover in the movie or in the episode?
The only one that we really like hit on, and which obviously you'll know, is Jingle All the Way. Just because,
That's a real bomb.
yeah.
I love him in that movie. I'm not the biggest fan of that movie, and I love Sinbad in that movie. But like, goddamn, that movie kind of
Yeah,
grinds my
Shabbat-
gears.
Yeah, Shadwick really touched on the Sinbad. I mean, honestly, like the majority of what we touched on with the Phil Hartman was obviously
boy.
SNL. I mean, we touched on the Pee Wee's Big Adventure, which we just covered, which was actually spurred that.
we touched
this
on like his
recent-
early on, and
recent
we touched on
episode.
news radio a little bit, but none of us had really
I've,
watched news radio. So
I have-
And
So, guys, we
Simpsons.
recorded a full like 2-hour episode before this, and I've been drinking the whole time. So I've got to go pee wee. I'll be back.
So-
Congratulations.
All this talk of pee wees just wearing me out.
Yeah, dude. But we actually like one things like we didn't touch on enough, in my opinion, is his voiceover career. Like Phil Hartman's, like his stint on not SNL, but
The
The
Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Yeah,
Man,
we hit on that
he
like a solid bit, but it's like he did a lot of voiceover work.
he did
And
a
the
ton.
yeah.
But he also like acted in a lot of like the SNL movies, you know, like
Yeah, I kind of brought that up, like little bit parts, and
yeah,
like
he would always play a bit parts. He was always good for whatever he was gonna do. I love like everything that he's in. I get excited even to this day if I see
Yeah.
him in it. I get excited. Even Jingle All the Way, which is not my favorite movie. I think it sends the wrong message.
Mhm.
But it's he's
Hey,
just
be sure
he was just
to
a beautiful man. Like you know, like I just every
zbiotics.com/be kind.
It
Deviotic.
wasn't. Yeah, cheers,
But like
cheers,
no,
cheers, cheers.
he was everybody.
I'm doing it the wrong
I've
way.
never
You do
heard
it before
anybody
you drink,
say
but whatever.
an
None of this
unkind
matters.
word about Phil
That works the
Hartman.
same.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got too. And in my research and everything, it turns out like he was a real kind of pacifist, and he was
Yeah.
not gonna he's not gonna confront people on stuff, and so that was like his big thing.
Yeah.
Which I
Yeah,
mean, I
it
guess
doesn't. In my opinion, that doesn't bode well in Hollywood, but like it bodes well for your soul. And I feel like
yeah,
Phil
and
Hartman,
we
Phil
talk
Hartman,
about in the
and
episode like how fucking talented that dude was, man. Like
dude,
he's like
his impressions influence. You like we talked about it, dude. His impression of like no doubt, like in my opinion, and obviously we know that like we're huge fans of Norm Macdonald. Like if there wasn't a sliver of Phil Hartman in his impression of the what's his name, um
Use your words.
work. What did you say, Gibbs? Work through it.
Work through
On
it.
Fight
Work
Club.
through it.
Yeah, work through it. Burt Reynolds.
Oh yeah. Dude,
If
his
there
Burt
wasn't-
Reynolds,
Oh,
by the way.
His
By
Burt
the way,
Reynolds,
yeah,
he was
hat,
chewing
funny.
the gum. He was doing the thing before Norm Macdonald did it. And I'm one of the biggest Norm Macdonald fans on the fucking planet, as is Shadwick and Chris. Dude, like there had to have been some of Phil Hartman's like impression
Dude,
in Norm Macdonald's.
I said it in the episode too. Like you can see on his Burt Reynolds impression. Phil Hartman like looked like Burt Reynolds when they put the shit on. Like
Yes.
Norm, looked like Norm. Like it was just funny that it was like kind of like Norm with Bob Dole. Like he
Yeah.
just fucking put the arm up and then they try their best and it's just like
he's holding the
Yeah.
pen because for those of you who don't remember,
His hand doesn't work,
fucking
yeah.
Bob Dole had a stroke and he would hold a pen like when he was running for president,
Yeah.
and it was this gnarled like paw. It was holding, dude. It was so
Dude,
so funny. But
speaking of Norm, I think we used this one in this last episode, but let's watch this this Norm joke that we had at the end of this one. You ready for this, Gibbs?
I don't know.
You heard about this, Gibbs? You ready for this?
In Walnut Creek, California, anyone who turns in his gun can get free therapy. And anyone who doesn't turn in his gun can get free anything.
There it is.
everyone who ever hosted the news show just to sit down and bow down to the king.
Mhm.
That is.
I will say, Michael Shea, I think Colin Jost,
Yeah.
when he did pass away, they did a fucking nod to him, which I thought was pretty badass.
And I do like Colin Shea and Michael Jost.
I do too.
No, Michael
Yost?
Shea and Colin Jost. I like them,
Michael
especially
Shea.
when they do their like Christmas time like joke swap thing. I think that is
Dude,
like,
that's
the
Shadow's
funniest
favorite.
shit.
When they write the jokes for each other.
Yeah. The joke
And
swap
they're
thing is, like,
always like racist jokes.
yeah, it's fucked up. It's always, like, the
That's-
most fucked up shit. I think it's
Not
genius.
only is it good, I honestly would dare say that it's the funniest thing on Saturday Night Live right now.
Did you
Oh,
see?
no, 100%.
Did you
that.
see where they were talking about what's her name?
Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson having the baby, and and he wrote a joke for Colin to talk about eating roast beef.
No,
Dude, I just looked over. I just looked over at my right, and I have Field of Dreams whiskey, Four Walls whiskey from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Skullhead vodka from Dan Aykroyd. I may kind of be a brand whore at this point.
At this point,
Yeah, I've always
Dude,
been a
just
brand.
sponsor the motherfucking podcast, assholes. What are we
You-
doing here, guys? Please.
You think I should have eaten before I drink all this?
God damn it,
Nah.
Chadwick! You need to go eat. You're gonna have
No,
a
it's
bad
fine.
time tomorrow.
What?
I don't-
It's fine. Everything is fine.
Just
Well,
when I
if-
think I'm out, you drag me back in.
if you French fry when you're supposed to pizza, you're gonna have a bad time. I know that.
I
That's a
want
scientific
to-
fact.
Here goes
Is there
Matt.
any-
The sketch where The Rock makes the most evil invention is probably the funniest thing I've seen on SNL in 15 years. Which one is that?
I don't.
Nobody knows what you're talking about. Matt.
Literally, I don't think anyone on this panel has seen that.
No,
It-
he's gonna correct us, and we're all gonna remember, and then it'll be funny.
I hope so.
No,
You're on the spot.
no, I think
Matt.
you're- I think
you're
you're
off
It
the
just
giving
said
show.
Matt.
most
It said
credit.
Matt has left chat.
God damn
That's
it.
fine. Respect. You have to pull the
God,
ripcord.
God damn it, Matt.
Yeah,
Ooh,
listen.
that wasn't our Fight Club episode.
it was. It was. It was a juicer.
God damn it, Matt
was-
lives on.
It was an absolute juicer. Listen, though, like I want to know if Gibbs, he was on the Fight Club episode. Is there anything you wish you had talked about? Is there anything that you didn't discuss?
you said-
when
I mean,
when
you showed
when
me-
got off.
The thing is, the one thing with that, whenever in hindsight, I
Mhm.
kind of wish I got a cross better was. I still think Tyler Durden's the coolest motherfucker in the world. You know,
Yeah.
like I just like he's wrong, but goddamn,
Dude.
I've wanted to be him for like fucking 30 years, man,
I-
20 years.
I
You
w-
know,
I 100% agree with you, and I think that he was designed that because, like, I believe that this is the ultimate version of what a man like, or at least this man. in
Which
the
you
movie
like
thinks is
want to be,
supposed to
right?
be.
Like it's
yeah.
Yeah,
And that's the whole
he
point
is
of his
it.
character. He is his idealized version of what he wants to be, and he's the coolest fucking guy in the entire world.
He
and
is. He does-
That's who it is. He's
I
just
agree
a
with you.
bad fucking dude, and he
Dude.
does bad things, and he's also not a real fucking person.
True.
So like, but like, honestly, we covered just about everything. Like the whole movie is so thematically rich and deep.
I
that,
didn't-
like that
again,
you
like-
can't cover everything. It's impossible.
Mhm.
Here's what I
Sure.
love about doing this podcast is like, I don't know if you guys know this about me. I'm kind of a creature of habit.
Didn't know that. I've
No,
never
but
seen
like-
you repeat the same thing twice.
Yeah, I've
I'm-
never ever repeated. But
I'm a man
It's
of
not like
my
every single
word.
time we hang out, I have to listen to fucking Queen.
Sometimes it's
like
Whitney
that.
Houston.
yeah, you love that. You love that.
I would love it if
Anyway.
I got to hear the whole damn song.
Well, like
You
change
have
it
to listen to us
because my
talk
brain is
through the whole-
tired of it at that point.
We're gonna
okay?
talk
But
through the whole damn
she-
song.
Anyway,
because you're
you're
She's-
not. Yeah,
She
you're
said
a creature of
ASAP.
habit.
You hit that too.
anyway, so like I get to like deep dive on these movies that I wasn't probably smart enough to understand years ago when you guys were like, "This movie's fantastic." And I'm like, "Yeah, but where are the fucks and shits in the comedy?" You know, like
Mhm.
so this is fun for me to go back and like even on comedy movies like Shadwick's turned me on to a lot of Eddie Murphy stuff that like I watched, but it would be like on USA or TNT. So then I go watch like Coming to America, like unedited. And I'm like, oh shit, like this is
Yeah.
Trading Places. It's like
Ain't nobody
Holy-
going to jacuzzi me.
exactly. So this has been fun. So when we did Fight Club with you, it was like the deep dive with you, and then like talking to like Matt Wallace and like how much that movie meant to him, and then Chadwick. It's just been fun to like go do these deep dives to on
Yeah.
movies that I generally wouldn't because it's just not.
I
I
really
enjoy them now.
enjoy this Pee Wee movie because, like I said, I've not watched that since I was probably 8 years old.
Yeah,
I didn't remember it at all.
Yeah,
So-
and
so-
your perspective has changed. You're not the same person, obviously, and
just
you can
just a timeout real quick. To Matt's point, the rock skit he was talking about was a competition amongst evil scientists to make the most evil invention ever, and the Rock made a child molesting robot.
I don't remember this at
I'm
all.
gonna have
Not
to see
real.
this.
I do.
That is
It
not real.
So it's so.
You know,
There's no way that's real, dude.
The Rock has a
There's no
classic
way.
episode of Saturday Night Live that I can't find anywhere. I'm sure like it's out there, and I've just given up on life. But
Uh,
it was absolutely funny because he was playing Superman, but he was really
Yes.
bad at being like hiding the fact that he
I
was
can't
Superman.
find that anywhere. I've
Yeah,
looked for it.
I can't find it.
Play-
It's
play it cool,
absolutely amazing.
Superman.
Yeah,
Play-
play it
play
cool,
it cool,
Superman.
man.
Play
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
find shit
he
anywhere.
was like
You
Chris
won't.
Parnell's like, I went into the bathroom, and if I find one of those kryptonite chunks in the bathroom one more time, and he's like complaining about like he, his
no,
last
no, Peyton, we are not going to do Back to the Future Part 2.
we'll do part 3 first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes 1, 3, 2. That's how it works.
But whenever he was like Chris Parnell was like talking about the latest news article he wrote, he was like, he's getting like he wrote this. Now if I did this and I were Superman. Hold on a second. Wait, no. Play it cool, Superman. Play it cool, whatever. And he's just
Dude,
like, yeah, that's fucking lazy.
Dude, that shit. That shit, dude. You can't find it? You've not tried to find it? Like dig it
Yeah,
up?
I've tried to find it and I can't
find
find it.
anywhere.
I used to have it on VHS and there was like cameos from like Mankind or God
Bro.
damn it. What's his name? Mankind. And I think like some of the other wrestlers were on it. I think Steve Nash or not Steve
Dude,
Nash, Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash.
Yeah,
Kevin Nash. My brain's not working too well.
Gibbs, let me ask you this. Like, so this is one of the, speaking of things you can't find any longer. Do you remember Phil Hartman doing the skit with his skit of the duets? He was Frank Sinatra and he was
Yes,
doing
like the record was it?
yes,
Yes,
he was,
yes, I do remember
yes,
that one.
it was
I'll
one
fucking
you
send
ca-
it to you because
that
it's
not on-
impossible to
cannot-
find. You
You
can't find
find
it.
it, dude.
And I
It's
found
not
it.
on
I found
YouTube.
it on fucking TikTok. Somebody had posted it on TikTok, so I was able to rip it, reformat it, print it,
Bro,
ship
Chris-
it. I'm buying it.
There's
I
no
cut
way.
it, Chris. I'm buying that one. Dude, Chris is a hero for finding this. You cannot find it anywhere. It's not on YouTube. It is probably one of the not only best Phil Hartman skits, it's one of the best SNL skits of all time, dude, because it has a lot of other SNL stars playing characters
Dude.
in that, and you won't find it anywhere. And it's so frustrating because it's so funny, and it's not on his best of because people hate Phil Hartman. I'm sorry, I can't explain it any other way.
Hey guys, the grown-ups are going to have a work day tomorrow, so I'm going to cut out here and try to eat some dinner.
Yeah, get some
and
food.
Eat some duck food, soak up some of this.
Just have
this
some
liquor.
candy.
All right, Shadwick, love you. Have a good one, man.
See you guys.
Use a sick day.
Gibbs is right. Use a sick day. Print it, ship it. Gibbs is buying it.
Kind of pushed it. I'm buying that one, dude. He's such an, and I know, I get it. I'm sure the Sinatra family fucking hated that skit because it made
No, they
Frank
did.
Sinatra
That was
Yeah,
was
but
all
gives a
in
shit
that.
what they want.
looking
That
an
was all in
asshole.
that book that they were like they were
You
not
fucking-
happy with whatever he said, and I was
Oh,
like,
Yeah,
dude,
why you fucking all? Are you okay? Is your pussy all right? Because I don't give a fuck, dude. You know
can't-
what?
I
Like
can't
it's
stand people who
comedy.
can't take a fucking joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like literally, if one of us, like God forbid, one of us passes away, like soon, and then
Pizza
someone,
means
like,
braces.
and
I don't
people
want to talk
roast
about
us,
it.
dude.
I don't
and people
want a
roast us-
roast. I want my fucking funeral just to be a roast.
Same, dude. Like roast the absolute shit out of me. Make fun of me.
I mean,
Like,
I wouldn't
hope
mind to be
I'm
too,
that
but also
famous.
like I'm gonna haunt you.
It's
Like
fine,
just
too.
know,
It's
I'm,
fine
t-
too.
I'm
My
too
point.
lazy to haunt anybody.
I think, but
Frank
yeah, but
Sinatra
haunt. I think
wasn't-
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
hang out with you, right? So
Frank
like,
Sinatra wasn't even fucking dead when this episode came out. I'm pretty sure. So like,
He was
what's your
dead to me.
complaint? Yeah, he's dead to a lot of people, dude.
Gibbs,
but-
if you had to pick an old school video game commercial that sticks out in your brain,
Old
Give me
school
one.
video. Mortal Kombat.
All right.
Mortal Kombat.
we'll see if I can find it.
Dun 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 dun.
Y'all
dun,
keep
dun,
talking.
dun, dun.
Y'all,
Yeah, like
y'all
the
carry on.
dude screaming Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat in the streets whenever it came out on
He is-
home consoles was like classic. Also,
He is
Zelda
in the song,
2,
brother.
Zelda 2 had, and I might actually have a clip of it somewhere.
Mhm.
But there's a part where they actually have live action actors playing
Mhm.
parts, and I thought it was the coolest thing. This old dude's like, I cannot help you anymore, or something like that. And I thought
Yeah.
that was
I found the
Holy shit.
basically the 42-second cut. You guys ready for this?
do it.
I'm ready, dude. Let's play it. This is gonna be so good. No, not him. Wait.
You see
Wait.
Root TV? These people made this work.
No, not you, fucking loser. Wait, there's one guy.
Yeah,
That's
that's him.
That was him.
That was
Yeah.
him. You gotta go back.
Why did it cut out? Why did it cut out? Play it again. I was talking to him.
That was me. That was me.
Dude, it's such a big fucking deal.
Dude, I lost my damn mind whenever I saw this commercial.
Same here. Me and Leaf. Jesus Christ.
What was yours?
This was mine too. Like me and Leaf, I remember my mom was the first, she said, was the first one to go get
I believe
the
that.
Mortal Kombat game because I'd pre-ordered it. That was back in the day. So we went to go pre-order it. She goes and she's like, I'm gonna go pick it up at lunch. And so the fucking mall didn't open until 10 or something. So she went in at 10 and
I'm
the guy
gonna
was
send you
like,
a 2-second clip. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do it, but I'm gonna send you a 2-second clip.
you
Dude,
text it to me?
Mortal Kombat-
Or in
Yeah, I'm texting it to you.
Discord.
For those of you who don't
Hit it
remember,
on
like
Discord
this is
if you can.
before online
I'll try.
releases. Mortal Kombat was a phenomenon, guys. It was an absolute phenomenon. It came out on my birthday. This is Matt Stevens, dude. You were born on Mortal Monday. You should feel honored, brother. You should feel honored.
Dude, he is
Mortal.
Matt Stevens. One of the birthdays that I will never forget. September 13th.
Dude. Such
Which
a
is
sick
great because
day.
occasionally when we were playing in bands and shit together, me and Matt would
It won't let
Friday
me
the
send it.
13th was his birthday. But Matt, by the way, has got a new band, Killer's tribute band, that's going to be playing some gigs soon, man. So we will definitely all be fucking live and in person for those.
I
when they
cannot
start.
wait.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
hear
me
that.
either. Dude,
I've
he sent
I've
me
heard some
clips.
samples and it sounds
Dude,
freaking
he sounds so
amazing.
fucking. I mean, we know Matt's.
I mean, it's
fucking the
Matt.
goat.
It's Matt.
Have you listened to our Booze of the Week intro?
Yeah,
Have you?
exactly. Like, how do you do that? You know,
You don't top that. Sorry, Matt. You peaked.
Matt
Yeah, I
just
don't know. I
stops.
don't
He's
know what
like,
you're.
"Mhm."
Yeah, Max. Like, yeah, like I know I've been working really hard on these other projects, but it's like, dude, that
He's like, Matt was.
off you did.
I literally sent him. I don't even remember what I told him. I was like, hey, we want to booze jingle to this. I was like in the vein of, I don't even remember when I sent him in the vein of whatever. And then it was like literally 30 minutes later, he sent me back that. And I was like, that's fucking perfect. And then he peaked in life. And that's where he
Yeah,
stopped.
and he didn't realize. Yeah, oh, this is one off was it for you, dude. Back it up, bro. Back
That
it
should have
up.
been it. So Matt, just pack it up and get out of music. Yeah.
I'm buying that one.
Mortal Gibbs bat.
No, so
Mhm.
like, what was yours, Leaf? What was the video game the commercial that you remember?
I'm gonna be honest. It was the original Sega Genesis commercial with Sonic the Hedgehog. The Sega, right?
Oh, Sega. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
dude. You remember the
that.
one with yeah, if y'all I don't have the link. I can find it here in a minute.
I'll
but,
find
like,
it. Hold on. I'll find it for you.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Yeah, it was the original Sonic the Hedgehog. Not even really Sonic the Hedgehog, more or less, more than it was like the release for the Sega Genesis, right? If
Right.
I'm not mistaken, it even had Altered Beast, which is just an absolute fucking terrible fucking game. All right, that game is ass, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not
Dude,
a
I found
fanboy.
this one. This one, I think we
Yeah.
talked about this.
It
in
had
a-
Sonic the
in a-
Hedgehog in it.
This
Mhm.
may not be the same one, but this one had an old.
Got to be close.
This one was the old one. I think it even has Randy from My Name.
It was
Is
one of the
Earl in it.
ones that. It's one of the ones that made me buy the Sega the original.
Nintendo doesn't. So what's blast processing do?
Nothing.
This is it. Be quiet, Chris. This is it.
Chris, I just sent it to you on Discord.
And what if you
Oh,
don't
Echo
have
the
blast
Dolphins,
processing?
dude.
Oh, Super Mario Kart. Giggity.
Sega!
That's awesome.
Dude, that was it. That was actually the commercial, dude. I remember the race car, dude. Like, it was everything about Sega was about branding. And for those of you who don't think branding matters, it does, because the Super Nintendo was better than the Sega graphically and power wise chipset in every way, shape, and form and fashion than the Sega
Dude,
Genesis.
with
It was,
Sega, I was like in the Phil Hartman vein. I was like, print it, ship it, I'm buying it.
dude,
Yeah.
it was so cool, man. And I remember even my friends who owned Super Nintendos, who loved the games, were like, dude, Sega. I was so jealous. Like after the war was over, they were like, I was so jealous of Sega Genesis and how cool the games looked, how the branding really just took everything to the
Yeah,
next
I've
Joe
really
level.
Montana
tried to
football, my bros.
I've really tried to like reach out and find avenues to find a Tom Kalinske that is the guy that kind of headed all that up. I mean,
Yeah,
I
man.
think he's like 80 now, but
Good.
they have a charity, so I've thought about the angle of we'll hit this up with the listen to this. You heard about this? You seen this? Like me donating to the charity, and then like maybe we can get you on the show,
Get
and
them on, and get them
I
on
just
the,
kind of
get 'em on
want
the
to
show.
shoot the shit, and then
Have a few laughs.
yeah, a few laughs.
I sent you that clip on Discord.
Okay, I'll try
It's
to
two
find it.
Yeah,
sec. It's 2 fucking seconds.
I can't even
100%. Yeah, like the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, like
Here's
war for all intents
here's
and
the problem,
purposes.
Gibbs.
By the
Apparently,
time
I
you
can
play it,
only
it's closing.
share.
Do what?
No, I can only share like shit
From the chew tubes.
from a browser, which
You
I
know,
may be
Sorry,
able
I
to.
dude.
ruin
Hold on,
everything. I just ruin everything. That's fine.
hold on.
That's fine.
Listen, if I knew what you were looking for, I could probably find it on YouTube. You can find everything on YouTube. This is live. This is live, Gibbs.
Live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
This is live.
This
We
is live,
so
Gibbs.
so on Sega, one of my favorite games was Joe Montana's football.
Joe
Like the
Montana. Yeah,
Was
dude.
it the
Me too.
sports talk
Sports
football?
talk
NFL
football.
sports talk football.
Bro, this is what. Okay, hold on. We make fun of
Where
it,
like
but we
20
glaze
minutes
over it.
later, after you scored a touchdown, he'd be like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah.
Like,
Listen, we glaze over it. This actually had voice audio. Like you
Yeah,
could
it was
actually
the
hear
first
somebody.
one.
Mm-hmm.
The
First one that
first
had
one, dude.
commentary during the game, the sports game.
Dude, and it was before this, it was inaudible, like screeches, gurgles, and people try to do their best. But this is like one of the first games where you could understand someone speaking through the audio in the game. And I know that's a laughable concept, but I'm sorry, we lived through it,
Yeah.
and it was amazing, guys. Like
Blades
it
of
was so
Blades of
amazing.
Steel tried it on Nintendo, but it did not work out
It
because you
didn't
couldn't
work.
understand what the hell they
No,
were
right.
saying.
Exactly.
Well, Peyton's asking if in Chattanooga do we meet anybody else other than Carlos Alazraki? We didn't. Gibbs.
I did.
Gibbs, you camped out for.
I tried to Ming Chen. I tried to meet
Yeah,
him.
we tried to meet him.
But he was too busy being drunk and hungover.
Which I
And
respect. Well
then he
done.
power bombed Gibbs through his own merch table later on.
Yeah.
No words though.
Yeah.
We actually were given a warning on Rob Paulson where they said his name is Robert Paulson. No, they gave us the warning. They were like, "Hey, don't talk to him more than 5 minutes because he'll just keep talking."
Cut off his answers. They told us cut off
Yeah.
his answers because he will start talking and he will never end.
And I was like, "What do you think I am, a professional?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"You're right."
Yeah, like we got permission to talk to a lot of people, but like they just were so damn busy. It was really hard to get them like.
Yeah, and we
nailed
fucked up
down.
too. We went in the middle of that Ninja Turtle panel. So
yeah.
like all the Ninja Turtle voice actors were at that panel. So
we did
just
get to see Katie Cassidy for a while and Charisma Carpenter.
was
Chris,
who
can you
was
play
who was the blonde girl that I
Katie
was?
Cassidy.
God damn, yeah.
Chris, can you play the footage of you guys were up the stairs and me like sitting at the bottom of the stairs? Can you play that shit, dude?
No, I can't because it's got to be on goddamn YouTube for me to do
All
it.
right, we'll upload it later on and we'll play it in the next
Print
live.
it, ship
That
it.
shit is so funny.
This was
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, this is live. This is live. Can you guys carry on for a second? I gotta go piss.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, legitimately, that's one of the funniest things. We love going to cons. We love doing like all that stuff live. It's super fun. We're probably gonna do we're gonna do a lot more like this year.
If you
coming
guys have
up.
never been to a con, like even if you're not into like that culture and everything like that, they the the people are always so nice and so friendly. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to talk. Everyone wants to become friends and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it's really it is in most cases a very wholesome um um thing to do. You know, I take my son to it. Um, we go to Conuga a lot, and it's always a good time. Like we learned how to do this thing called tea dueling at
What?
Conuga, where like you dip a cookie in tea and then you hold it up and you're basically playing chicken with the cookie, and if it starts to fall over, you have to eat it without making a mess or whatever. And whoever like it's really weird, but it's
What
really
the
fun.
hell? That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude. Where did you find this? Like, was it a con?
It was at Conuga, yeah.
No way,
Me
bro.
and my family, we won a horror movie uh, trivia contest that they had at Conuga a couple years ago, and we all got like free prizes and stuff. I got a
Dude,
doll of like Leatherface.
bro, that is so badass. As somebody who's been to Dragon Con
Yeah, you've
numerous,
been to
numerous
Dragon
times,
Con
that
a lot, right?
yeah, I have. Yeah, many multiple,
And that's a
multiple
lot
years.
bigger
My
than the
wife
stuff
and
here
I.
in Chattanooga,
Oh,
right?
it's so big, but however, here's the thing: a lot of the old heads that have been to the Dragon Con, a lot of different times, or these larger cons, will talk about like, oh, it was like so much better when it was smaller. But the problem with that is there's still a lot of small time things happening. You just got to look for them. You got to try a little harder to like get into the culture and
Yeah.
talk to the people involved. You can find things like the tea cookie off and stuff like that you're talking about. Although I've never seen anything like that
One of the things
specifically.
is like I really do one day want to actually finish writing a book. I've started several times
Yes,
and everything like that, but they also have like these little like writing things where they have New York
so
Times
much.
best-selling authors giving you advice on how to write a
Yeah,
book, how to
and there's
publish a book, how to do that stuff.
and there's no one in the audience half the times for a lot of those guys or
Yeah,
those
dude.
people.
I've been to
They're
one.
you
I went to one where I was one of two people, and they were like, "So, what are you working on?" I'm like, "Oh, god damn it! If there were more people, they wouldn't talk to
Oh
me."
god damn it!
Like, and so
there's
now I have
there
to come up with like some bullshit answer to be like,
yeah.
yeah, no, I'm working on this fantasy book where this wizard kid has a lightning bolt across his head. And
Oh, I did get us a table, a promotion table for free at the new Comic Con,
Let's get it
the
done.
Chattanooga Comic Con this year in September. So we're locked in for that. I'll get us media passes on top of that.
Badass. You guys can stay tuned for that content like coming
So
on
we'll
our
actually
YouTube
have a
channel,
table to
obviously.
fucking set up, and like before we didn't. So now we can set up shop, and then on top of that, we'll get the media passes and go to the interviews,
But can we
promote the
shut them down?
podcast.
But can we shut them down? Open up shop.
Well, I mean, at some point in time, that's the way Rough Riders roll.
we should do like the outsiders and just like stand outside their booths and like and try to intimidate them.
Like,
Dude, old Peyton said that Rob Paulson is the nicest man ever. He did a fanboy expo in Knoxville. He remembered me, which is pretty awesome. Said he still has his book in his office, which is awesome, man. Imaginary Ivan, baby. Go get it. Print it,
one-
ship it. He's buying it,
I'm
baby.
buying that one. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Robert Paulson. There's a lot of really,
Stoked
really
for Peyton
cool.
getting the kidney, man. That's awesome.
Dude, yeah, that's gonna be a good. That's gonna be a good time, dude. There's a battle ahead, but nonetheless, that's a battle.
Dude, if you need to lead, if you need to reach out for recovery tips and things, Leaf went through it, man. Leaf, how many
I've been
years
there.
now?
I am actually this March the 30th of this year would be 12 years.
12 years
12
with a fucking new
years,
kidney.
wow.
That's
I will
awesome.
I will have a well-functioning kidney from a local relative, obviously my sister, my big sister. Saved my life, yeah, about 12 years ago, and still kicking, still doing good. Shouldn't be here,
Do you
but I
guys
am.
still talk?
No, we lost. I
He's like,
abandoned
no.
her. I was
He's
like,
like,
thanks for the kidney. Bye.
yeah.
Like legitimately. I was like, nah, I don't play that, dude.
That's what I did with my dad. I was like, thanks for my life. I'm out.
Dude, that duets thing, Gibbs, I'll have to send it to you and find a way. I think I can send it on Discord because it's under 500 megabytes. I
Dollars?
downgraded it to a 720p. But that
Yeah,
shit, that fucking entire skit, because Adam Sandler plays fucking Bono.
Bono.
in it,
I'm sure you've seen it,
and-
Gibbs, but you
I
need to
have.
watch it again.
I've seen
You
it.
need to
but
watch it
it's
again
been
if you
so
haven't seen it
long
recently.
since I've seen it, but I do remember
Same.
the skit.
I love that skit with all of my heart. And brother, let me tell you, watching it again was just like coming home It was so freaking funny, dude.
So fucking funny.
Yeah, it's really good. And again, like Chris said, it's not just Phil Hartman, right? It's all these other actors and actresses that are playing.
Dude, Rosie
these-
O'Donnell did the is it Liza Minnelli that she plays?
Bitch.
Yeah, she fucking nailed that though. Like, I'll give her that. Like,
It was good, dude. It was really funny, man. Back when Rosie O'Donnell was still a comedian and not a weird political hack, brother.
Is she a
It was.
political hack?
I'm sorry, she is, but like, it's she's funny, dude. That's the thing. I can still give her credit where credit is due.
Wait,
Like,
she's still funny, or she was funny?
No, she was funny.
Okay,
Now
because
she's
I haven't
really
laughed
bad.
at her since like
League of Their Own. Yeah, I'm there
Well
too.
Oh,
done.
she used to shoot
Well done.
koosh balls at everybody on her TV show.
God,
When she was still fun.
Hey,
Yeah.
She would
now
say
that Shadow,
Tootie, and she also was in love with Tom Cruise, which
now
makes me have a lot of questions.
now that Shadwick's like off, and I can kind of just be honest and bare my soul
Yeah.
with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Madonna was hot in League of Their Own, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Was she?
100%.
Wait, does he not think she was?
No, because he keeps sending me recent pictures of Madonna, and I'm like, I don't want to see that. I mean, League of Their Own Madonna, right?
Listen,
He's
You know?
trying to. He's
if I
trying to
showed
hurt
you guys pictures of me from 20 years ago, you guys would come.
Especially if you
either
lived
way,
in
man.
Heflin, Alabama.
It's true. No, dude. Like, yeah, Madonna was definitely really exceptionally hot. Back then, even 10 years ago, like I would be like,
Oh, well, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I'm
you know,
just saying.
I think the Ray of Light video was probably my
Yeah.
Wasn't that
endpoint with
10
her.
years ago, right, Gibbs?
No,
No, it's like-
That was
my
10
phone.
years ago,
No.
right, guys?
No,
Guys,
I'm pretty sure I was still in high school when that came out.
guys.
in high school.
High school.
Dadgummit, dude. This
Uh.
sucks, bro. Getting old is ass.
It is ass.
Whatever, dude. Yeah, no, you're right, Gibbs. That was probably the last time she was just like, I would.
Dude, old Peyton for his imaginary Ivan preview is going to try to invite old Carlos and Rob Paulson, so maybe we can hang out with them there, man, at the premiere. But guys,
That'd be great,
I
man.
think it's about time we just wind this one down.
Yeah.
And in this one, with like we always do, with our nice little clip and preview of our episode for next week. So, guys, thanks for
just
joining
me.
us, and we will holler at you next week.
Coming up on Be Kind, Let's Rewind.
Today we're talking about the legend Phil Hartman, man. His entire career.
You damn dirty ape! What have you done?
I was all about the
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Women. Dames.
Yeah,
and that line very early on where he's just like,
Let me tell you something. There's going to be a whole bunch of things we don't tell Mrs. Clinton.
one of Phil Hartman's personal favorites, though, was Troy McClure.
Hello, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such movies as Cry Yuma and Here Comes the Coast Guard.
Yeah,
he's drunk on a plane at the end, like at one of the skits, and he's just like,
Stewardess, could you get me another drink?
so they were like, sir, we're gonna have to cut you off.
Listen, I'll sue you and your whole crummy airline!